Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have Foregen, GALDEF, Bloodstained Men, Bruchim, a new book is out, and much more coming up. In POTS news, I got a nail through my shoe and into my foot. That was cool. And yesterday, a cat bit my nose. Not like a nip or a love bite, but like a full-blown house cat bite with full force, blood everywhere. I was not prepared. Luckily, I was already taking antibiotics. Also, moving offices. The POTS' office will be in a different place. And now, my webcam is not working, so I won't be moving at all. It's also 3 a.m. recording this. That's cool. You guys should comment that POTS is being a big baby and an idiot, and I'll probably heart it and tell you thank you for adding to the conversation. Okay, now on to the intactivism stuff. In the video special this week called Why You Should Join My Discord, not a lot of people watched that, which is cool. I guess most of you guys already joined the Discord, but just so you know, there are channels that I showed you on the videos that most of you guys aren't aware of, and I do end up showing all the channels, and this is just going to provide understanding on how and why we have our Discord set up the way we do. Also, David Candela conducted his first ever interview on POTS with a guest, Zarya, had her first premiere Part 2 interview released this Saturday. Some people were complaining about what she said, while others praised it. Also, some people complained about the title, so I let David Candela decide what to do. He picked a new title, so your comments do matter here on POTS. Let me know if you guys like the brand new title. It was a controversial Part 2 for sure, so definitely check it out when you can. Also, we do need more walks, which is the people who educate those that comment on our advertising posts that essentially say, hey, circumcision bad. So we need more people to educate people on the harms of circumcision. Or if you are decent at copying and pasting, please consider joining. We have lots of misinformed people, a mile long, and that makes us take breaks in between doing the ad campaign to educating other people because we don't want it to get too big and too long and too out of hand. So getting people attended to and addressing the misinformation, and then we can resume paying for ads. I would rather just have ads running constantly, but with like 5 walks, it risks doing more damage than good to the message if we have a bunch of people hating on foreskin and intact males. Okay, so there is a new book that is currently out. It is Circumcision, Ancient Blood Sacrifice by Gerald Bohr. Just so you know, Gerald wants everyone to know that his book has been made free for Kindle until this Wednesday. So right now you guys can get this book completely for free. I'll move me. It's $0. That's the Kindle price. You have until Wednesday. So that is one day you guys have to go and buy this book for free, completely for free. This is according to my sources. And if you do get the book, make sure you leave a review. So far, there's 5-star reviews by 5 people. Super awesome. It looks like John Atkinson left a review. That's great. So you know, you guys can definitely go ahead and read that comment if you want. So speaking of John Atkinson recently had an interview with Carter. The title of it was Prison for Circumcision. It got 24 likes, got released yesterday. It just says John Atkinson and Carter Steinhoff discuss their different points of view regarding how to move forward towards genital autonomy. Now, just keep in mind, guys, that it is 90 minutes long and it's not edited. So let me know if you guys prefer the raw, unedited interviews or if you prefer POTS' polished, edited interviews. That would be great to know what you guys prefer. Also, don't forget to comment as well. For sure, comment on there. Make sure you like it. Oh, thank you guys for liking this and also subscribing. I do appreciate that. I definitely need that after the week I've been having. That makes my week a little bit better. Thank you, guys. All right, and on to Bruchim news. So, Bruchim released their newsletter. It says, Bruchim at JPro25, a breakthrough moment. It says, last week, Bruchim was in Baltimore for JPro25 conference, a gathering of Jewish professionals from across the country. It says, 1,000 plus Jewish professionals saw our booth, with many stopping to engage. In total, we estimate that we spoke one-on-one with over 400 individuals, both at the booth and throughout the conference. We met allies, fielded challenging questions, and planted seeds for future collaboration. Coming soon, our JPro25 video debut. We're planning a Bruchim gathering showcasing our JPro25 experience. A short video is in the works, capturing the energy of the conference, complete with behind-the-scenes moments and real-time reactions. Those who attended will share key takeaways about the evolving landscape and unveil exciting new partnerships. Stay tuned for more details. They also did a podcast episode with Jennifer Margulis. You guys can go and listen to it if you want. Bruchim highlighted in the Forward's Bintail brief. It says that Bruchim was just mentioned in the Forward's long-running advice column, Bintail brief, in a piece responding to a prospective convert who was concerned about circumcision requirements. The column explores alternative approaches, including the symbolic ritual. I'm not saying any of that. And quotes Rabbi Elsie Witcherman, one of the Bruchim's rabbinic advisors, who notes that 50% of the Jewish population has never been circumcised. They're called girls. We're proud to see our message of inclusion and thoughtful choice reflected in such a widely read forum. Okay, so if you go and actually read the column, it says that there is a person who is named anything but that. He loves Judaism and the Jewish culture and would love to convert and be a part of the tribe, but doesn't want to do circumcision and doesn't want it for his future children. So I believe it was Beth said, I consulted 2 rabbis on your behalf, one here in the US and one in Italy. Both have presided over conversions by men who declined to be circumcised, so it's not impossible, and there is a relatively simple alternative ritual, a symbolic pinprick to draw blood called that word that you'll be asked to undergo instead. All right, I guess that's a little better. I mean, it's a lot better than being fully circumcised, but okay. Let me know your thoughts about that down below, guys. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can read that for yourself. All right, and in GALDEF news. So GALDEF celebrates Skin in the Game Awards 2025. So essentially, this whole thing is GALDEF stating how much they helped Intact America. It says, GALDEF was proud to help Intact America create a magical evening for its Skin in the Game. It says, the vibe was fabulous and fun, and they reconnected with Intactivists and welcomed new ones. Executive Director Tim Hammond noted that this was a breakthrough moment for the genital autonomy movement, and sharing with Intact America's Georgiane Chapin that he had been waiting 35 years to see the movement progress to this point where it could honor a celebrity for their outspoken support of bodily integrity, genital autonomy, and an end to the U.S. social custom of newborn penile circumcision. I feel like we had quite a few celebrities speak out about this. Like you have Joe Rogan, a few others that I'm blanking on right now. But yeah, you got like quite a few celebrities that are against circumcision that you could definitely look up. And anyways, they talk about Alan Cumming and how great of a person he is. And then GALDEF gave Alan Cummings with a swag bag, which contained a whole bunch of different stuff, which you can buy at their store if you want to go ahead and purchase things that GALDEF is making. Also, Tim also included several different informational cards. This is all the stuff that he gave Alan Cumming. 5 of our 8 GALDEF board members attended the evening with their spouses and partners. I don't know how this is saving babies, but cool. Yeah, so... Yep, but it says, with GALDEF's help. Intact America raised nearly $150,000. I believe GALDEF gave Intact America $5,000. But it says, from this event for its education and advocacy programs to stop the harms of circumcision. You know, I looked through these pictures, and I'm not really seeing any new intactivists. Like, you know, it shows all these veterans, like Ron Lau and David Marker, Alan Cumming. You know, I'm pretty sure he's a veteran intactivist at this point. I don't see any new ones, though, but that's just me. But anyways, guys, you can go to GALDEF and check the whole thing out if you want. I kind of read most of it to you. And the WW 25 Inspiring Messages. This is a blog. Really not much here in it. It does say, though, a recorded live stream of the rally, mostly in English and German, can be viewed. Clicking on that link. The entire series of greetings can be viewed here. Just type in Worldwide Day of Genital Autonomy and you're going to pick it up on YouTube. And you guys can just watch that if you want. Obviously, once again, guys, make sure you like it. They turned comments off. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It includes German politicians, international human rights advocates, and a moving and inspirational greeting by GALDEF board member Leaf at 5 minutes and 5 seconds. All right, and in Foregen news, they are doing a new website. They want to go ahead and get people's inputs for website design. You can go ahead and answer some questions. It's about 10 questions long. It's 6 pages. You can just quickly fill it out if you want or not. They have somebody that can go ahead and design websites, and they're planning on updating it. So yeah. And in Bloodstained Men news. So the Bloodstained Men, they have been touring for about 3 days now. They have put out quite a bit of pictures. It seems that there are about 8 people that are protesting, at least in that picture. So you guys can definitely go ahead and check out the Bloodstained Men and see what is up. They have a lot of videos and pictures on Facebook, X, all of it. So you can definitely go ahead and check out the Bloodstained Men. And yeah, pretty awesome stuff. And onto the Intactivist calendar of the week. So we already covered that the Bloodstained Men, they're on the Minnesota and Dakota circumcision crisis protest. They have about 5 more days of doing that until they are done with this event. No Circ Michigan, they currently already did their WIC training and educational conference about 4 days ago. And they don't have anything up yet. Yep, see, they don't have anything up yet on their Facebook. They do have this post, but this is from April 29th. Nothing from May. So we don't have any pictures or photos or updates of how the WIC training and educational conference went. But the Ferndale Pride, that is happening May 31st, 2025 at 1 p.m. through 10 p.m. West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. Your Whole Baby. So they're doing the Babies and Bumps, having booths in Atlanta, August 3rd, Pittsburgh, June 22nd, Detroit, May 4th, which happened recently, and Cleveland, September the 28th. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So this poll is, how would you feel changing intactivism growth to the POTS Facebook page followers instead of the followers of Bloodstained Men on X? And it's split between A and B. So it's a tie right now. So we're going to keep it with the Bloodstained Men because when you have ties, we just leave it the way it is. So we're going to keep the Bloodstained Men X growth over POTS' Facebook growth for the week. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. So GALDEF, the Circumcision is Not Healthcare Phase 1 has been raised. They've actually raised $32,000, exceeding their $30,000 goal. Phase 2 is currently underway and off to a strong start. They have about $16,000 out of their $35,000 goal. I don't know how much money they need in the Phase 3, but I don't know how much Phase 3 is going to cost. I actually don't know if there even is a Phase 3. Maybe there's not. Maybe GALDEF just needs about $20,000 more dollars. I'm not really sure, but if you guys know how much Phase 3 costs, please let me know. I'm quite curious. Also, GALDEF, help make How to Sue and Win possible. They're at $7,500 of their $12,000 goal. That is 63% of the way there. Your Whole Baby has a brand new GoFundMe. This is Your Whole Baby's LA Prego Expo booth. They need roughly about $4,500 to go to this. It says that 2 of Your Whole Baby volunteers, Sunshine and Ray, are asking for donations to host an expo booth with up-to-date evidence-based information on intact penis care and circumcision for more than 3,000 expectant parents and birth workers at Prego Expo in Los Angeles, the second largest city in the U.S. We were asking for donations to help cover the cost of the expo booth, which is $2,000, the attendee bag inclusion, which is $1,000, the Prego Expo social media promotion kit, which is $500, so we're at $3,500 right now, printed materials for the booth, and attendee bags, that's $500. A drawing to increase traffic to the booth, $100, and commute expenses, $400. So all in all, it is about $4,500. That's what Your Whole Baby needs to raise to get to the LA Prego Expo. Okay, Unaltered. We're not seeing anything move here on the removing circumcision-related misinformation. They still have about $55 raised. Support Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. They have raised quite a bit this past week. They raised about $354, bringing their total up to $40,860, which is about 82% of their $50K goal. Plus, if you add in the Intact Global Oregon litigation effort with $360, they have about $41,000 raised in total. Intact America, hold doctors and hospitals accountable for penis injuries. They're stuck at $5,125. No change for the past 4 months. That's wild to me. Okay, Prevail over the system. There is no change here with the coffee donations. We're at 30% or $600 of our $2,000 goal. We do appreciate our donors. Thank you guys so very much. Okay, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So the Bloodstained Men had 7,085 followers last week, and this week the Bloodstained Men have 7,091 followers. That is a 6-person gain, or a 0.08% increase for the week. Bloodstained Men pretty much flat again this week, a little higher, but still relatively flat. But alright guys, that's all what I have for the news this week. Don't forget about watching why you should join my Discord, or just join the Discord and ask questions. Either way. And also the premiere of Zarya's interview part 2. Please like and share this video to get this out to more people. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.